The Tyers River catchment is located in West Gippsland and extends from the alpine forest in the Baw Baw National Park through state forest to areas of river flats and agricultural activities lower in the catchment. The catchment covers an area of approximately 275 square kilometres. The catchment, as well as being used for water supply, is also managed for wood production, tourism, recreation and flora and fauna conservation. Activities within the catchment are governed by key legislation, standards and codes. On the southeast slopes of Mount Baw Baw, around the lower Talbot, mountain ash and mixed species forests are harvested using clearfell silviculture. The side-cut snig tracks are associated with harvesting coops on steeper terrain. These tracks are used by rubber-tied and track skidders to move logs to centrally located landings, where the logs are graded into saw logs and pulpwood, prior to cross-cutting to length. A consequence of these side-cut tracks across the slope is the exposure of subsoil. This can negatively impact on regeneration growth and cause soil erosion. Cross drains are used to divert water from these tracks, and ripping is used to aerate areas of compacted soil such as log landings. In the autumn, slash from harvested trees has fuelled the high-intensity regeneration burn, which has been used to create a suitable seed bed. Eucalypt seed, supplied by retained trees and aerial application by helicopter, has been used to regenerate this coop. The waters of the Thomson River were captured in the early 1980s by the Thomson Dam, a water storage facility designed to drought-proof Melbourne. It is located to the east of Mount Baw Baw, with the catchment being important for wood production as well as being one of Melbourne's principal water supply areas. In the wetter parts of this catchment grow mountain ash, shining gum and alpine ash forests that originated principally from the 1939 wildfires. On the lower slopes and drier areas grow mixed species forests that are more resistant to wildfire. The forested nature of this catchment ensures that the quality and reliability of the water produced is very high. The west branch of the Tyers River drains the southwestern slopes of the Baw Baw Plateau, an area used for wood production. There is a need to construct roading to access saw logs and pulpwood that is harvested from the 1939 wildfire regrowth forests in this area. The alignment of the next section of the South Face Road has been cleared of trees and is ready for breaking out earthworks by heavy machinery and the forming of the road. In this steep terrain, side cutting across the slope is often required with the associated exposure of subsoil and parent material. At river crossing points, such as here on the West Tyers, there is a high risk of sediment entering the river during high rainfall events, if appropriate soil erosion control works have not been undertaken. Where harvested coops abut rivers and streams, buffer strips are retained and used in conjunction with on-coop techniques to minimise sediment movement into these watercourses. The deep, well-structured soils of this area are resistant to erosion forces, and this assists in maintaining water quality. Additionally, the high fertility of these soils and the rapid revegetation and growth that occurs ensures that these forests are resilient to disturbance. The revegetation provides a protective blanket over the soils that are exposed by harvesting and road construction. On this mountain ash coop near Talangi, regeneration has been achieved by sowing mountain ash seed after harvesting and seedbed preparation. This usually results in adequate regeneration as determined by survey. Where seed is sown using helicopter-mounted seeders, occasionally uniform coverage of the coop is not achieved. This can result in areas with very little eucalypt regeneration. On this coop, this has occurred and resulted in a striped appearance. Improved navigational equipment on helicopters used for seeding will help overcome this problem by tracking where the helicopter has flown.